You know, when done correctly, credit cards can actually help you a lot in building your credit, giving you awesome rewards, and being there when you need them. Today I'm talking about the best credit cards for beginners. Let's get started. Hey, what's going on? It's Bob. I'm back again with another video here on the Sweet Life Money channel where I help people just like you crush debt, build wealth, and live their ultimate sweet life. Now, I want to talk about specifically credit cards for beginners. These are not the advanced type of credit cards. These are people that are just starting off with wanting to build credit. Maybe you're trying to recover from bad credit in the past, and you're looking for something that's effective that can help you build up to that 800 score. I have carried at least an 800 score for the last 5 years, consistently. And I want to share with you the tips and strategies on how to do it yourself. Today's video, oh no, I'm not just gonna send you a bunch of crap credit cards that I found on the internet somewhere. These are cards that I used, especially in the beginning, to help build me up to the credit score I have today. So these are cards, as I recommend them, that I personally use, that I think you should too. There's a couple qualifications in today's video on beginner credit cards for this year. And that is number one, it's gotta be easy to build credit. You gotta be able to take advantage of these credit cards to build up your credit score to 800. I wanna also share with you cards that give you good cash back. These are rewards for your everyday purchase that you eventually save money and make money on. Also gonna share with you ones that actually have decent approval ratings, not very difficult to get approved. And most importantly for beginner credit cards, no annual fee. You should not be getting a credit card with an annual fee when you're just starting off. But before I get to these awesome credit cards that I recommend, I have tips that I want to share with you that I learned, that I've helped other people learn throughout their credit card and credit score building journey. Tip number one is to pay off the balance every single month. Tip number two is when you have a cashback or a rewards point credit card, don't just buy crap because you want to get the rewards and the cashback. This is not going to make you rich. This is not going to be a benefit to you. Instead, if you want to get rich and you want to build and invest, look at something like Robinhood, link to that video up above, where you can actually invest your money. Don't buy stuff you don't need just for silly rewards points on a credit card. And then the final tip, tip number three, kind of goes along with tip number one, but never, ever, 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 can I say that one more time? Ever, ever, ever carry a balance month to month on a credit card. Pay that thing off every month, because the moment that you carry a balance over to the next month, you get charged an interest fee. And then guess what? The cash value, the cash back, the rewards points, all that stuff becomes pointless because you're paying for it. Here's the first one that I use. Citi credit card. This is an older one. I've actually had this credit card since 2005. This credit card is a World MasterCard from Citi. I will include the link in the description below if you want to check that one out. The card specifically, it is the double cash back card from Citi. This is a really cool card because what it does is it doesn't have the annual fee. It is a very good card to get started off with, and here's why. You're going to get a 1% cash back on everyday purchases. So let's say you use it for your groceries. Let's say you use it for gas. And again, you already have that money in the bank. Great, you'll pay it off every month and you'll get 1% on all those purchases, plus you'll get an additional 1% when you pay the balance off. So if you do that every month, you're actually getting 2% cash back on this Citi cards. I've earned, so far this year, over $100 in cashback rewards. And again, what I do is I let it build up. Once it builds up to $50, you can do a couple things. You can apply it toward your balance of your credit card, or you can direct deposit it into your bank account. It's like a free deposit from a credit card. I like it. Here's my second recommendation, Amex, American Express Blue Everyday Cash Card. Now, American Express can be a little tricky because sometimes they do require a little bit of a higher credit approval rating, so you gotta have a higher credit score to get approved. So be careful when signing up. You're looking for the Blue Everyday Cash. And here's what's really awesome about this. No annual fee on this credit card. It's great to build up your credit, as all of these cards are, and you get a cashback reward upon signing up. It can be anywhere from like $100 to $300 based on how much you spend in the first couple months of owning the credit card. So you immediately get some cash back. The really nice thing about this card, you get 3% cash back on groceries, you get 2% cash back on gas, and 1% on all other purchases. So here's a great example of where you could use this American Express Blue Everyday Cash Card for your gas, for your groceries, for things you're gonna spend money on anyway. Keep the money in your bank account, and when your credit card statement comes due, pay the thing off right away, and my friend, you're gonna get 3%, 2%, and 1% cash back depending on the category that you spent. So if you're interested in the American Express one, that's probably the one I recommend the most out of all of these. I'll include that link in the description below as well. That is a referral link, so when you go to that, you'll get some additional benefits by checking it out right here on the channel. So kind of cool. Now, if you're not interested in cashback, you're one of those people that maybe you see people on these travels and vacations and all that kind of stuff, well, I would recommend you look into maybe one of those airline or cruise line reward point credit cards. Just make sure, again, you don't go for the annual fee. I think that's not a good idea when you're just starting off with beginner credit cards. But here is one that I really like. This is the Visa Signature Card by Royal Caribbean. I was able to take my wife on a birthday surprise cruise this past February. It was so freaking awesome. Had a great time, had a blast. And I got like hundreds of dollars in rewards on the cruise ship thanks to this card. So you get points based on your everyday purchases. And again, if you use just this card for those type of things like your gas and your groceries, you're gonna pay the thing off every month, and then you're gonna have rewards points to go on awesome vacations or get onboard credit on the cruise lines. So if you're looking to build up your credit score, and let's say you have a very bad credit score, you had some issues in the past, you're in like the 300s or 400s or 500s, you know, one thing you could also look at is a credit union. They're kind of underrated, but they tend to lend a more helping hand most of the time for those people that are interested in building their credit. So that's a good opportunity if you're looking for something like that. Sometimes they do offer cash back as well as these other cards that I mentioned. When I first started off on my credit card journey years ago, I actually went with a credit union, and that card helped me a lot in getting onto my credit score and my credit history journey. And it was thanks to that card. Out of all the cards I mentioned today, again, I would recommend probably, if you can get approved for it, the American Express Blue Everyday Card. And that's only because of that 3% cash back on the groceries, 2% on gas, and 1% on everything else. Just because, especially if you're buying a lot of groceries, if you have a family of 4 or something like that, that could actually be beneficial when it comes down to saving some extra money. So think about this, you could take your coupons, you can save money at the checkout lane, and then you get an additional 3% cash back as long as it's one of the qualifying grocery stores. I think that is pretty cool. Make sure that you follow the tips that I mentioned earlier so that you can use these beginner credit cards to build the credit score that you deserve. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button and subscribe today because you can't miss another video because there's so many videos coming to this channel to help you crush debt, build wealth, and live your sweet life. Become part of the Sweet Life family today. Other than that, guys, I will see you on the next video. Continue to live your sweet life. Have an awesome day. See you next time.